Jet 907, contact circle approach 125.5.
25.5, Jet 907, good day. Aproximación Mexicali, buen día, Volaris 1156, en descenso próximo nivel 210 por 200.
Flying to another country is something that I've always wanted to do, and on this trip, we're gonna get to check that box. We're gonna be flying a beautiful Cessna 182 down to Mexico to help people in need.
18 Charlie, traffic no longer a factor. You may now proceed to interstate a right hand to runway 28 and please report Aviation Tower.
Okay, we'll proceed in now. Right hand for runway 28. We will report a beam the tower. 18 Charlie. Excellent.
We're going to be flying for the Flying Samaritans, an organization that helps provide healthcare services to people in Baja California free of charge. Multiple aircraft are going to be flown by different pilots from over California, and we're all going to convene on the Los Pinos Ranch in San Quintin, Mexico.
Los Pinos traffic over 18 Charlie, turning final, 30, full stop, Los Pinos.
I'm really excited to show you guys the work we all did down here, so load up, let's go fly to Mexico. We had an early morning start for this one. I think I woke up around 5 a.m. I spent last night planning on ForeFlight and making sure that everything was okay and that I understood the POH for this new aircraft that I would be flying. Peter, the owner of the aircraft and the guy you'll see in the left seat for the duration of this trip, is going to be handling the paperwork and all of the requirements needed to actually get into Mexico. Because he's done this trip a few times before, he has a little more experience here, and he's going to be sort of acting as my mentor on this trip down to Mexico. Peter is a really sharp guy, and on this flight we're going to be incorporating a lot of the airline procedure of pilot flying and pilot monitoring, which you'll get to see.
Okay, I'm off the brakes. Everyone ready?
Good to go.
Power's coming in.
Airspeed's alive.
Here goes power set.
Gauge is in the green.
41.
50. Positive rate of climb.
Gear up. Whenever you're ready.
Gear up. Out of 400, raise your first notch. Raise your
Off's coming out. What speed do you usually climb out at for like a cruise?
cruise climb 105.
Okay.
When we don't have any obstacles,
Yeah,
it's nice engine cooling. How is everybody back there? So far, so good?
Yeah.
Excellent.
We flew through the Cajon Pass as we continued our trip southward toward the Banning Pass. Both of these mountain passes are known for their occasional severe turbulence and downdraft threat due to high winds that blow over these massive mountains. When wind blows over a mountain, it acts exactly like water moving over a rocky stream. Eddies and swirls are created, and flying through these can result in a rough ride at best, or being trapped in a stream of sinking air at worst. We were prepared for this, however the turbulence was light thanks to relatively low winds in the area on this day, and we continued on with no problems. Chapter 12 of the Pilot's Handbook of Aeronautical Knowledge goes way more in-depth on this, and if you're flying around mountains, I highly recommend that you pay attention to this chapter.
Runway 2 Charlie, traffic 10 o'clock, 6 miles southeast on at 9500 is a VFR Cessna.
18 Charlie searching.
So I may,
911 8 Charlie, traffic 2 o'clock, 6 miles northeastbound, climbing out of 9500 or higher. It's a VFR Centurion.
18 Charlie, looking for traffic.
Here we get a traffic alert from ATC, and you can immediately see me kick into action by looking outside the aircraft as well as glancing at ForeFlight to try to triangulate and visually locate the aircraft. Peter, who is flying the airplane at this time, focuses on maintaining heading and altitude while I focus all my attention on finding the threat. This is what crew resource management looks like. Both of us are putting our brains towards slightly different tasks with the common goal being the safety of the flight, and someone is always flying the aircraft at any given moment.
Traffic, 2 o'clock, 1 mile, 900 feet above.
20.6, that's 420, please.
Passing over us.
18 Charlie had that traffic just crossed below me. I did.
The other aircraft ended up spotting us before I could ever see him, and this was probably due to the high wing configuration of the Cessna 182. It can sometimes be impossible to spot an airplane that is to your left or right as well as above you at the same time because, well, that's where the wing is. This is an important fact to remember. The worst case scenario is a high wing aircraft sitting below a low wing aircraft with neither aircraft physically able to see the other. Thanks to ADS-B and ForeFlight, however, I was able to keep tabs on the traffic and mitigate the threat. Our route of flight for the day consisted of 2 legs. We departed Santa Rosa Airport to head to Mexicali Airport, where we'd land and clear customs in Mexico before continuing to our final destination, the Los Pinos airstrip in San Quintin, Baja California. Here we're flying over Salton City, the main city located on the coast of the Salton Sea, California's biggest lake and in my opinion one of its greatest ecological disasters. The history here is super interesting and I'd love to revisit this place on the ground at some point and maybe even make a video.
First November 9018 Charlie, 9550.
November 9018 Charlie, good afternoon. All Central approach, altimeter 3009 and be advised the R2510 is hot, 15,000 and below, remain clear. And there's the TFR over El Centro, 15,000 and below as well.
Okay, 3009 on the altimeter. We are aware of the TFR and will remain clear of the restricted 18 Charlie, thanks.
Thank you.
So here I am back as pilot flying. We're getting a lot closer to crossing the border and landing at Mexicali, so I'm starting to mentally prepare for what it's gonna be like to land at a foreign airport with foreign air traffic controllers for the first time.
Y fuimos bloqueado, Volaris 625. 625, está reautorizado 310 sin restricción. Pista 28 está autorizado para despegar. Visual por la izquierda autorizado y notifica el abandonar 15,000, 15,000 pies por 310.
That's our airport right there, by the way.
15,000 por 310, Volaris 3625 horas.
Philly Tower, Centurion 503 Alpha Tango, be in the tower.
Everyone's landing at the same time.
Yeah, Alpha Tango, got you inside, called you when the runway is clear.
Let's try again. Make it a quick. Mexicali, November 9018 Charlie. We are just northwest of the border, about 5 miles or 6 miles northwest of Mexicali, inbound.
9118 Charlie, maintain north side of the border. They have a traffic on Airbus 320 taking up from Mexicali. It will be opposite to you, maintain north side.
Okay, we'll maintain north of the border, November 18 Charlie. Gonna orbit here. Is that what he said? Said maintain north of the border, north side.
Charlie, traffic in along the factor. You may now proceed to interstate a right hand to runway 28 and please report Aviation Tower.
Okay, we'll proceed in now. Right hand for runway 28. We will report a beam the tower, 18 Charlie. Excellent. That wasn't that bad.
Look, bro, you broke my airplane.
Jeez.
That has never happened before.
I was not expecting the entire vent to come out.
Nor would I. Just put it on your bill.
Right?
Okay, you have the field in sight, correct?
I do, yes.
Okay.
So we'll just enter like a right 45.
There you go. Before landing, approach. We're briefed. Seatbelts.
My seatbelt on.
Fuel selector valve.
I'm back to both.
Out flaps.
All flaps closed.
Mixture.
Mixture is rich.
Prop.
Prop is coming in.
Airspeed.
Airspeed's check.
I get below 140, power back before the gear comes down. Pitch up. Okay, go ahead and drop it.
Gear's coming down.
I have a wheel. I have a green light.
I have a wheel.
Great. And don't forget your call. Autopilot off and trims are set. 90 on the downwind. 75, 90 and 75.
Mexicali, November 1, Charlie, beam the tower.
Charlie, guys, runway 28. The wind from the north and north. And you're clear to land.
Runway 28, clear to land, November 1, Charlie. Flaps 10.
65 over the fence.
Aeropuerto de la Ciudad de México.
Don't feel compelled to use full flaps.
Yeah, I don't think that's necessary today.
Everything's forward, gas is good, carburetor heat's on. How about some lights?
45.
Okay.
06. Espere. Mexicali 3 Bravo. Pista 28.
Okay, starting the turn. They're on final.
Mexicali.
Yep.
Upper Jet 7 Peñasco. Upper Tango 10 Zacatecas. Es 3-0 nivel.
Okay, gears down, green light, flap set. Everything else is good.
4506. Salida Mexicali 3 Bravo de pista 28.
Flaps 20.
Flaps 20.
If you want to go, not the 1,000-foot mark, but maybe just past the 1,000-foot mark.
Sure. I'll maybe.
Autorizado al aeropuerto de
How are you feeling with the air?
Mexicali
I feel
3
pretty good.
Bravo.
Okay.
Mexicali, superior Julieta 7,
Yeah, I feel good to
Peñasco, superior
continue.
Tango 10, Zacatecas, resto plan de vuelo. Ascenso inicial 17000, final 330 con código transponder 4.
So you do have a crosswind.
Yep.
Just like flying your 182.
16000 para
Full
310.
flaps.
265. Polaris 625, 310, comunique centro control Mazatlán 128.3.
Going for 60.
128.3, con centro Mazatlán Polaris 625, gracias.
Nice.
Start the crab.
Okay. Hold it off.
México 199, solo para confirmar si
Hold it off.
copia la
Hold
colación.
it off. Little bit of power. Just
Llame cuando listo a rodar. Llamaremos cuando listo
Nice.
a México 199, gracias.
Yeah, I lost the sight picture there, but
Okay.
wasn't that bad.
no. Just
I just-
Runner 118 Charlie,
Slight
taxi
break.
via Bravo to each ramp.
Okay, taxi via Bravo to the ramp, November 1, Charlie.
That was east ramp.
Ramp, okay. To the east ramp.
That beige, or see that yellow building with
Yeah.
the Jeff Gulfstream?
Yeah.
That's where you're going to go, and there's a big box that we have to put the airplane.
Okay.
Up right here.
Oh,
Up
okay,
once,
clear.
yeah.
Yeah.
I will say I was prepared for a flaps 20 landing, but when Peter asked me to drop flaps 30, I didn't really think much about it and I went ahead and did it. This resulted in me ballooning up pretty close to the runway and it sort of destabilized the approach for a second. Now as soon as I realized that was happening, I pulled some power out and corrected, but if I had to do it again, I think I would have stuck to my original flaps 20 plan. Although this was not a safety critical event and just a minor miscommunication, making a configuration change like this so close to a landing can be bad in certain circumstances, like for example IMC. But with all that aside, we were now on the ground successfully in Mexicali, a customs officer was coming out to greet us, and we would now go through the intense process of verifying that all our paperwork which Peter had prepared was correct.
Buenos dias.
Licencia del piloto y copiloto.
She wants my pilot's license.
Ajá, y ocupo esto.
We spent some time here outside the airplane just taking care of the most basic things like our pilot's license before moving into the main building where we would take care of all the forms and paperwork. Everything went great paperwork-wise and we were officially allowed to operate in Mexico. We topped off the plane, did a quick walk around, and with that, we were on our way to San Quintin.
Mexicali Tower, Skylane 9er 118 Charlie is ready to taxi. Destination is San Quintin.
18 Charlie. But after 180, you clear for takeoff, runway 10, south departure, please. Activate squawk 1202, report 20 miles out.
Okay, we'll squawk 1202. We'll call you when 20 miles out. Clear for takeoff after the departure, or after the 180, runway 10, and southbound approved, 18 Charlie. Okay, ready?
Lights, camera, action.
Go.
Ready, guys?
Alright, start time. I'm off the brakes. Power is coming in.
Airspeed's alive.
Power set.
Gauge is in the green. 35. 45. 55. Rotate.
For Whiskey Delta, runway 10, wing.
You're up.
It's clear to land.
You're coming up.
Clear to land 10, San for Whiskey Delta.
Mexicali, November 90118 Charlie is 20 miles out to the south, departing.
Hey, 118 Charlie, copy that. I have no information on traffic for you. You can maintain on this frequency as long as desired. I believe the nearest station is San Felipe and 118.5.
Okay, we'll stay on this frequency and near station 118.5. 18 Charlie, thank you.
If you guys have been following me for some time now, you'd know that I've been exposed to mountain flying since my early flight training. Getting to apply those skills in a different country was really cool, and I definitely took some time to appreciate the ground passing below me. To put it simply, these mountains looked really awesome.
I put the power back in.
That was a good updraft.
Turbulence comes in. I got the field and the windshield. Right, see that where all the greenhouses are, it's the same color as the greenhouse.
I see it, yeah, I do see it. Nice. Got a wheel on my side.
And we'll go to CTAF.
Roger.
Want to do radio calls?
I can do that.
Happen to lose a little altitude.
Oh, in a left downwind and you're descending, or what is your plan?
Left downwind.
Okay.
Austin's traffic, November 90118 Charlie is on a left downwind for runway 30. We're descending out of 1,400. Must be noted.
Your final looks clear.
There's a little windsock at the end of the runway, and it's blowing right down the runway.
Perfect.
And turning final.
Los Angeles traffic, number 18 Charlie is turning final, 30, full stop, Los Angeles. Los Angeles traffic, 30, Tango 3 miles to the north, crossing the departure end, runway 30, entering left downwind, 30, Los Angeles.
Okay, your gear is down, you're at flaps 20.
Little burble.
Yeah. Awesome.
No brakes, Mom. Dad.
Looks like Tucson beat us here.
Okay.
Venus 18 Charlie is rolling out on 30. We'll call clear. Traffic,
flaps up, cow flaps open.
30.
Flaps up, cow flaps open. Heartbeat going to cold.
So, after a long day of flying, we finally arrived. We'd be staying at the Hotel Misión Santa Maria, which is a local resort located about 5 minutes driving distance from the airstrip. As you probably saw from the air, there are hundreds of greenhouses located throughout town, all operated by the largest agriculture company in the area, Pinos Produce. Tomatoes and cucumbers are grown like clockwork and then shipped across the border to their warehouse in San Diego via company trucks. With the hotel having direct access to the beach, I had to go down and check it out. The beach seemed to go on for miles, and when I tried to measure it on Google Maps, I came up with 12 miles of easily walkable beach, which is amazing. After exploring the confines of the resort and a trip down to the beach, we all ventured out to get street tacos for dinner. Being out on the street was really cool, but we were definitely getting some looks for being the only foreigners in the area, which was kind of funny. Many of the people here looked like extremely hardworking and resilient people, likely working long hours in the greenhouses, each with their own individual story. I wish I had the time to learn more. Day 2 is clinic day, which would consist of another early morning start and a trip over to the clinic. The clinic was located on the Los Pinos airstrip, which was pretty convenient for us. We ended up driving by the main building of the Los Pinos Agriculture Company, and just the thought of how big and looming this company was in this town made an impression on me. All I'll say is upon doing research, there is definitely a story to tell here, but it's a little outside the scope of this video. We made it to the clinic and there were already a ton of people waiting. The clinic was separated into 2 buildings, one for optometry and one for general care. I decided to make myself useful in the optical division. We started by sorting glasses. We would have to sort all these boxes of prescription glasses that apparently were sitting there for months because the staff did not have time to sort them. There were a ton of glasses and we decided to go through all of them until we were completely done with the boxes that were there. The operation in this room worked like this. When patients come in, they initially have their eyes scanned with an autorefractor machine, generating a readout of values that help indicate what prescription an individual needs to have clear vision. We then would try to match the patient with a pair of used glasses from the same glasses we were sorting right then and there. We'd find a used pair that got as close to what the patient needed as possible, and if that was not possible, we'd then put in an order for a new pair using the original readout generated by the machine. I eventually graduated from sorting glasses to working with the two ladies who were actually helping people, and at this point my lack of Spanish really presented itself. One kid I was working with was super smart and pulled out Google Translate on his phone, and we actually communicated and got along really well. I searched through the bins and ended up finding him a pair of glasses that worked, and he ended up going home with better vision.
And your little baby is sick?
Yeah.
How old is she?
She's 2 years.
2 years. Okay, we'll go.
Said, ¿vas a ir conmigo?
Yeah.
Stop before.
Around 3 p.m. we got word that one of the parents had a sick child, so Peter and I decided to drive into town with the parent to go get the child. Our plan was to bring them both back to the clinic where the little girl could get looked at. We took a turn off the main road and onto the dirt roads that led into the residential areas of the town. Made it back with the little girl being the last patient of the day. In total, we served 69 optical patients and 50 medical patients. From what I hear, not a bad day for the clinic. The Flying Samaritans are always looking for volunteers. That means you can participate and experience everything in this video, and the best part is you don't have to be a pilot. If you are a current or retired physician, nurse, or dentist, can speak and translate Spanish, or can assist in any other way, you are more than welcome to apply. Feel free to pause the video here to read the brochure, and for even more information, visit the Flying Samaritans website. The link will be in the description below. After the end of the day, I decided to walk through the facility one last time. Although I was just a pilot, I felt proud that we were able to assist people who needed it and had a positive impact on the community. As I walked, I thought about how, just a few days ago, I was over 700 miles away from this place and how the power of aviation brought us all together for the greater good. We each came from different walks of life with different backgrounds, but we were united in our mission to make a difference, and I was grateful to be a part of it. After a full day of work, it was time for our final night out with the crew. This place had a very nice vibe to it, very fitting of our final day in Mexico. And look at that, they even had a playground. They might have set that up specifically for all the pilots. another early morning start on day 3, we all got breakfast and then we went out to our various aircraft.
November 90118 Charlie is departing runway 30. Will be a slight right turn out after departure. Los Pinos.
Want to do a short field? Run it up then. Okay, sounds good. I got heading runway 30 and 30 on the 300 on the heading. Setting power. Takeoff power set. Gauge is green.
Airspeed's alive. Gauge is in the green. 45, 47, 55, VR.
Los Pinos traffic, 30 Tango, taxi, back taxi, runway 30, Los Pinos. Do you want to take the lead?
Or
Yeah, I'll take the lead. You have the lead, number 2 is going to come in right side.
Drop on in. You know how this is done?
Oh, going 152
There we go. Lovely, lovely. Wow.
We'll do the same.
Yeah, we're approaching 1-5. Airspeed looks good. Stabilized approach.
Stabilized. We're rounding it off.
Very nice.
I can live with that.
You're off center line.
Yeah. It's a fail.
Number 90118 Charlie, taking Bravo to the ground. Welcome. Temperature 63 Fahrenheit.
Bravo to the ramp, November 18 Charlie, thank you.
I like her a lot.
Yeah, she's really slow and nice.
18 Charlie, I love the color of the aircraft. It's kind of cute.
Thank you, 18 Charlie, I appreciate it.
After a quick stop again in Mexicali, we were quickly crossing the border into the US. We'd be flying a 10-minute leg to Calexico International to clear US customs before making the long flight back to Santa Rosa.
Airport information, Foxtrot 2153 to observation. Wind 100 at 13 20. Visibility 10.
Work it, work it, work it.
Light crosswind from the right.
You're tracking center line, that's looking good. Airspeed's looking good. Hold it off. There you go. Nice, 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 nice. Right on center line. Little balloon right there.
Yeah.
Right on center line. Look at it.
Charlie 18 Charlie, turn left Alpha 5, contact ground point 9. Have a good one.
Left Alpha 5, ground point 9 at 18 Charlie, thank you.
And after over 1,200 nautical miles flown, we were finally back on the ground at Santa Rosa, concluding our trip down to Mexico.
Thank you.
We did it.
Good flight.
Awesome.
Very nice job.
That was fun.
Very proud.
I really hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for sticking around to the end if you did. Feel free to comment your favorite part or ask me any questions. I try to read and respond to every comment that I see. And don't forget to subscribe for more aviation videos. My name is Jordao and you've been watching Aviate 68. Remember to stay safe, keep flying, and I'll see you guys in the next one.